Alright guys, so in this video I'm going to show you how I add text in Procreate. Now I should mention, really quick up front as a disclaimer, there is no text tool in Procreate. So if you're thinking I found some hidden gem that you don't know about, I don't want to get your hopes up. There is no text tool in Procreate, but this is my workaround for how I incorporate text into paintings or images that I want in Procreate. So first things first, there's two apps. There's Rama and Font Candy. They're both pretty similar, but they do different things and have different benefits, but I use both of these pretty frequently to get text into Procreate, and they're both free. So we're going to do both of them, and we're going to start with Typorama, and I'll show you what I mean. So, benefit of Typorama, you can have a transparent background to start with your text, which is really helpful when you import it into Procreate. So I'm going to select transparent. If I wanted to, I can choose from my photos, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to choose transparent, and then down here at the bottom, you can choose what size you want this to be. We'll just go with YouTube thumbnail size and then hit next in the top right. And then once that loads, it'll give us this option. And, well, let's write something cooler than that. Let's put art is cool with breaks there. Okay, and if you see down here on the right, it says manual line breaks. If I turn that on and off, it'll determine whether or not it just organizes it itself and makes the best of it, or if it's going to just do it where I told it to break the lines up. So now we have all these options down here that we can pick between of how we want to have the text be broken up. Okay, and the more you tap on it, the more options it will show you. Okay, so let's find one that we like. I do think that in the free version, not all of these are unlocked. You have to pay for some of them. So keep that in mind. But let's go with... oh, I don't know. I want something that's pretty big and blocky. Sure, this works. Star Wars one. So then you're going to hit OK Share, and you're going to hit Save. Alright, so I've inserted the photo I created into Procreate, okay? And now I have this on a transparent background. I can move it around, I can do whatever I want with it, okay? Now there's some cool things we can do with text, and we're going to do both of them to show you what I mean. So, first, what we can do is... I have this image here of these mountains, and what we want to do is make it so that the text is filled in with the shape of this mountain. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my text layer like this. Okay, then I'm going to come down here at the bottom, and you see that icon that looks like two corners that are about to touch next to the X? We're going to click on that. And what that does is it inverts our selection. So now, if I turn off my text layer and leave that selected, I'll come down here to this mountain layer, grab my eraser tool, and we should turn this layer off as well. Grab my eraser tool while I'm on the mountain layer, and I can erase away everything that isn't text, which leaves me with this really cool effect where it looks like the image is... the text is cut out of that image, okay? And then that's all on its own separate layer. I can move it around, okay? I can do whatever I want with that. And if you want the background to be black or, a different color, you can do all sorts of cool stuff with that. And, I mean, if you want to, you could duplicate that and do like if you were to make this all the way black or white, you can move it and do like a little shadow box type thing, right? So tons of options there. Okay, now let's look at the other way to do it, which is with Font Candy. Now Font Candy is a little bit different. You can't do it with a transparent background, so what you have to do is start with a solid color, which I usually just create a solid color canvas in Procreate, and then I export it as a JPEG, so I have an image to pick from for my image library that's just one solid color. We can do the original size, that's fine. And now here's where we can incorporate our text. So we're going to put in here, let's see, drawing in one line, and then we'll need to change the color of that. So this one is a little bit less user-friendly. Okay, so there's drawing. We'll move that one up here. And then add more text that says rocks, drawing rocks. We'll go nice and cheesy today. Okay, so now I'm going to change the color of that one. Perfect. Now, the reason I like this one is because you have a lot more versatility when it comes to the text. You can do a lot of really cool stuff with it. So we have these here. We did them separately, which means we can now come and click on each one of these individually and change the font. Okay? So if you're doing it this way, you're going to need to make sure that you pick a text that doesn't have a lot of really complicated edges, because when you're trying, at least if you want to have a transparent background once you get into Procreate, because you're going to have to select everything that isn't the text, and if it's not very clear, it's going to be a little bit difficult for the automatic lasso to select it. So like this one, for example, could get difficult. This one possibly, but I'm just going to go with, where did it go? The first one, this one, blackout. I like that one. And then this one, I'm just going to do the opposite of it. Okay. Should make this a t-shirt. Perfect. And then if you mess around with this app, you'll be able to find a whole bunch of cool stuff, right? Like have other icons and stuff you can add. If you want to add any shapes, or let's just see if there's anything in here interesting. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. But there's all sorts of stuff you can add. Okay, so we did that. Now we're going to save it. Alright, so I've inserted the photo. And now you can see this one does not have a transparent background. We have that big white square behind it. So we want to get rid of that for what we're going to do with it. So I'm going to come over here to my Lasso Tool. I'm going to, at the bottom where it says freehand and automatic, we want automatic. Unless you want to do this freehand, I think it's going to be a lot better to do it automatic though. So you're going to do automatic, and you're going to just click on anywhere that you want to be selected. And for us, we're going to select everything that's white. Okay. Then we are going to go to our eraser tool, and making sure we're on that text layer, we can erase away all of that white. Okay, and then to really make sure that everything is the same, we're going to move, because you can see if we zoom in here, there's still a little bit of that halo, like that edge around it where it's white. We're just going to select the whole layer here, make sure we have that, and turn all of it white for what we're going to do. Or you could do black, whatever you want, but we're going to make sure that we get it all at the same value. Okay, and now what I want to do is we want to put this, I want to make this look like it's on the window of this Jeep here. Okay, and then we're going to select it, and we're just going to, oh, let me make sure I have, you want magnetic turned off, so freeform down here at the bottom. I'm going to just drag these to the corners, roughly following the perspective of this window. Okay. And there you go. Now it looks like it's just a sticker sitting right there on the window, and if you want, you can lower the opacity or, you know, do whatever you want, whatever effects you want to add to it to make it feel like it's real. And there you go. It's a little bit of a workaround, and it's not quite as perfect as just using Photoshop where you have text, but if you're on the go and you're using your iPad, this is a great way to add text and incorporate it into your images. So hope you guys got something out of that. And if you're not subscribed already, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Are you looking for even more content on how to become a digital artist? Then check out some of my online courses. Courses are anywhere from 3 to 12 hours long, and they have tons of in-depth content. They cover a range of topics from creature design to light and color, and from character design to digital painting. You'll gain access to a private Facebook group for students only, where you can stay motivated and get feedback on your work. Plus, I provide fully responsive support throughout all of my courses, and I offer a 100% no questions asked, money back guarantee. Normally, my courses range from $1 to $200, but subscribers can take any of them for only $15. And once you buy it, you own it for life. There's no time limits, no subscriptions, anything like that. So, if you want to show your support and become a better artist in the process, then use the link in the description or use the promo code YT discount on any of my courses. Have a good one.